So I'm going to make you bake macaroni and cheese, but I'm going to make it in the air fryer, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start heating up my air fryer. Let me deal with the temperature. 375 is what I want it on. We're going to do it for about 30 minutes, okay? Now first I'm going to make the macaroni sauce. And I have some butternut squash. Exact measurements are inside of your recipe guide, recipe card. Okay, I'm going to use some cashew cream that I made earlier. You can look in that cashew cream module to figure out how to make the cashew cream. I'm going to use some fresh garlic, lots of garlic, some nutritional yeast. And this is a special ingredient. You can find this in the supermarket. You would find this particular one, not a big amount, but you can find it in the baking section. If you want to get it in bulk, which is the way that I usually buy it, you would have to go to a market like Whole Foods or Sprouts, or you can even get it on the internet. You can buy it from Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and add in milk. And, oops, a little mustard and paprika. You can use yellow mustard or Dijon. It's just to give it that little bit of a bite. And a little paprika. You can use sweet or smoked. Okay. I'm going to seal up my lid and do the same thing. Put it on sauce. This is a high-speed blender. If you don't have a high-speed blender, you can use a regular blender, but it's going to take you a little bit more time. And so just be prepared for a little bit more time. This one, of course, has a nice little button, so I can just push sauce. Your cashew cream, you can always put in soaked cashews in this dish. You do not have to start from the cream. You can just use a little soaked cashews and some milk. You're good to go. I'm going to taste it because it takes quite a bit of salt to make it taste good. So I want to just taste it to see how much salt I need. It tastes great. And I'm going to make sure that I put in about a tablespoon of salt. Maybe more. And you have to really taste this to make sure that you're getting enough. Because all salt levels are different. The pink salt that I use tends to be a little bit saltier, and it tends to be unpredictable as well. So you don't know whether it's going to be salty enough. Okay. That tastes really good. It's nice and salty. I'm going to add just a touch more because I like it just on the other side of salty. Because real cheese is a little salty. So you want to make sure you're getting that real cheese kind of taste. Let me taste it one more time. I'm going to give it one more touch of salt. And this is what I mean. You just don't know if it's salty enough. The recipe calls for 1 full ounce, but I would take it slow to make sure that you're not over salting it, but that you're getting it salty enough. And I like it just on a little bit of, not overly salty, but just on the side of salty. That's what I'm looking for. A little bit of saltiness. So when those noodles soak up that sauce, it's going to be yummy. I'm going to take my noodles, and this is a bake safe pan that I'm using that I'm going to put inside of the air fryer. And my air fryer is heating up and it's telling me just now that it is ready to go. And I made these pasta noodles according to the pasta making module that I have. You can just go look that up. I made that in the Instapot. Right? So you don't have to turn on your stove. You can do it all with these two machines. And I like to drench those noodles. And I'm not using any processed cheese or anything like that here. This is made from vegetables and nuts. If you want to add in extra cheese, you can, but it is not necessary. I'm taking it slow so that I can make sure every noodle gets drenched with this yummy sauce. There we go. That's beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous. And I'm just going to drench the rest. Make sure it's nice and creamy. And I'm going to add some breadcrumbs. These are panko on the top. So we have a little crust there. I'm going to spray it so that they brown. Okay, into the air fryer. Whoa, that was wild. Into the air fryer. Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. I think I have my air fryer upside down. Let me change it. Nope, that was right. There. See how that works. There we go. Into the air fryer. I'm going to change the timer so that we have 30 minutes. There we go. And start. We'll come back in 30 minutes and look at our macaroni and cheese. Okay, so my macaroni and cheese has been in for 30 minutes. I started it at 375 and then I brought it down to 300 and then I cranked it up for about 2 minutes at 400 so that I would have this beautiful crust here. Oh man, that crust looks amazing. There it is. Beautiful macaroni and cheese. Woo, can you see the side of that? Can you see that side? You can see that cheese in there? Very pretty.